With me there is Angus MacKechnie, Watch the Space producer, who watched the performance yesterday night. Good evening, Angus.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you, indeed. Angus, you watched the performance yesterday night. Can you please share with us your personal experience?
Well, it's as expected with Biora Poruczka's work. It's spectacular to look at. It's full of content. It's dangerous, challenging as a piece of work, and yet there's a real humanity underneath it, and that's all the trademarks of their work that I've seen over so many years. And it's wonderful for us to have the worldwide premiere here in London, and it's also wonderful for the first time that we're able to broadcast an event from our space live. So that's great. Thank you very much for doing it.
Well, yesterday you had also a chance to watch people reaction, and can you tell us something about it?
Well, they were very, very focused throughout. We were blessed with a fine evening like tonight. So when I first saw the preview in Poznan, it was in minus 18 degrees. So we had a nice evening for it, but everyone stayed very, very focused here in London. They enjoyed it very much. Their response at the end was great. They were up on their feet applauding. So I think the company were very, very happy with that response. And I already can see, we're just above the square here, I can already see there are people who've come back again to see it a second time, which is good. That means they enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's really fantastic. But do you think that people really got the message yesterday? Did they understand what's underneath the spectacular lightning and the other effects?
I think absolutely, yes, because without that it would be simply a stadium show that you might see in a big arena. And there's more to that. There's a reason why people will sit outside and focus so strongly, because there is a very strong message coming through there. And it's again, it's that humanity that underlies every production that they do that comes across so strongly. Otherwise it would just be an empty performance, and it's certainly not that.
Yeah, that's true, really true. And what's in your mind when you think about Biuro Podróży Theatre and all of their performances?
Well, when they're coming over, it's like having my friends back to London. So that's one of the first things, because they've come to the National Theatre. This is their 9th visit, and every year it's just like they're coming home. We like to think that the National Theatre is their London home, and they come back. So it's a very warm feeling on the one hand, but also I know how much our audiences enjoy engaging with a very different kind of outdoor work to the kind of work that we produce. That's not to say anything bad about the UK work, but it has a very different feeling to it. For example, this time next week I'll be standing on this same balcony watching 15 circus performers do a spectacular show that will be very, very different in spirit. It'll be great and fun and lively, but it has a very different feeling to this. So every time Biuro Poruczka come and visit us, you know you're going to get some work of substance. One of my favourite pieces of theirs is their adaptation of Macbeth, a play by Britain's greatest playwright, and to see it performed by a Polish company just down the river from the Globe Theatre, after all, where it was probably first performed, or near enough, and still us able to discover something new about the play and see something new in it. I remember when I was booking that, I thought, can I really bring Shakespeare by a Polish company to central London? And I absolutely knew that the work was strong enough. I was hardly the first to think that. It had been a big success in Edinburgh by that point, but I knew that it would stand up really well in London, and it did. And we did it 2 years running. It was so popular. So I know there's a warmth among our audience as well as myself for them and their work.
Yeah, sounds fantastic. And can you think about any better ambassadors of Polish culture than Biuro Podróży Theatre performing here in London?
Well, I would say in the iCulture programme there are many ambassadors of culture from Poland coming to London and all across Europe, to all of the 12, isn't it, 12 cities that is represented. So there are many ambassadors. For me, as a man of the theatre, which is my first love, of course my heart is with their kind of work, and always will be. But I know, even the fact that when you're sitting on the underground trains in London, you're going to read poetry by Polish poets translated into English well, that's a fun bit of ambassadorial status. The Eye Culture Orchestra is coming to the festival hall just down the river, so there are many opportunities beyond this. But yes, of course, for me, I'm partial towards TBP, as we like to call them here when they come.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And can you please invite all the people who are watching us on the internet to stay with us by the end of the performance?
Oh well, I hope if you begin, you'll stay. I mean, it is actually, it's only 55 minutes long, and it's packed full, and it feels like it could be 3 hours long, but it's not. It's a nice short period of time. It's free here in the square. It's free on the internet. What a great opportunity! I think we should all enjoy it, and I'm really pleased because at the National we do send our productions around the world to cinemas. All across the globe they go, and so this is the first time we've done it with one of our outdoors. So fingers crossed, there are a lot of people out there watching and enjoying it. I know my friends are.
Yeah, it's worth it anyway.
Good, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us this evening, and
at all.
we wish you a very pleasant night with us
Yes,
and the
I will.
theatre.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.